With newer cars like my G87 M2, there's not much you have to do to them as far as upgrades. They pretty much come perfect from the factory, unless you're like me and you decide to mod them anyways. I've made the exterior of my car look more aggressive. I've nearly doubled the horsepower of the S58 engine, but there's one thing I haven't touched, and that's the car's interior. Because honestly, you don't really have to. But again, it's me. And there are two simple upgrades that you can do to level up the look and feel of the M2's interior. And today I will show you what those are. Also, we have 1 month left on the wide body 335i giveaway. Over $40,000 in mods with all the maintenance addressed. A true game changer for that one person that wins. For every $5 spent on select merchandise item gets you one entry for a chance to win this beast. Visit our website or use the link down in the video's description. Good luck everyone. So for the most part, I do like the interior of my G87 M2. I did get the carbon package, so I do got the carbon roof. The bucket seats, of course, and the carbon fiber interior trim. There are a few things that I would change, which we're gonna address today. One being the steering wheel. Looks all right. I mean, looks pretty simple. Got the carbon fiber trim, but I feel like it could look sportier. So that's definitely something that needs to be addressed. And I'm not a big fan of the center console little armrest area here for two reasons. One, over time, just the leather on top or pleather, whatever this is made out of, starts to wear and look old really fast. The car only really has like 12,000 miles, and not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of the texture neither, and it just looks pretty damn basic. So in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and address both those things. The first one being the M Performance center console armrest. That looks miles better compared to the original one that comes with the car. It is finished in different shades of Alcantara. You have the M color stripes stitched on there with the tricolors right here as well. And of course, the Brandon M Performance. While I do love this upgrade and I think it's a lot better than the original one, there's one thing I'm super skeptical about is the Brandon itself, because it's not sold on there. And that is super disappointing because this is a pretty expensive upgrade from BMW and it's literally like a sticker that's on there. And if you drive a 6-speed manual like me and your armor is always kind of resting on here, I can see this being an issue over time. Either starts to fade, peel, or something like that. So I wish BMW would have really like put detail into this and just stitch it on there so it could be more durable, but we'll see. I'll keep that in mind and try to take care of it so it'll last as long as possible. Moving on to the other upgrade is, of course, the steering wheel. It's the one thing that you touch when you're driving your car. It keeps you connected. And from experience, I've always upgraded my steering wheels. And once you add a bit of Alcantara, man, it just upgrades the driving experience that much more. The only con to that, obviously, is the upkeep. And you want to make sure you have your hands clean. You're not eating cheeseburgers in your car, because this could get pretty nasty over time. But if you take really good care of it, it can actually last a long time, clean it properly and all that good stuff. I have Alcantara on the sides. We have leather on the top and bottom, the blue stripe, and of course, the M colors for the stitching on the inside. And lastly, you get a slightly flat bottom as well that makes the steering wheel just look a lot sportier. It also helps you with leg room if you are a bigger person. It clears a little bit of space underneath the steering wheel for your legs. But yeah, a super simple upgrade that really makes a big difference aesthetically and also when you're driving the car. I'll have these upgrades linked down in the video's description if you guys are interested. You can get the steering wheels directly through us. We sell it at vehiclevows.com. We have blue stripe, red stripe for automatics, have the cutouts for the shift paddles, and we also have the ones for manuals that comes with this blocked off. As far as the M Performance armrest, doesn't really make much sense for us to sell it because the margins are super slim, so I'll just link that website where you guys can get it at down in the video's description. What's really cool about these two upgrades, you can literally do them at home by yourself. They're very simple to do. The center console armrest, maybe like, what, 10 minutes to install? And the steering wheel, if you have like a basic understanding of how to uninstall one and install one, probably 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. All right, guys, so the first thing is we need to remove this cover that's right here. That's held on by, I guess, some clips. So we'll start with the top section. We'll have to open up the center console area to get to this corner right here. Use a plastic trim tool so you don't screw up your interior. Should be able to pry out on it. All right, so we'll just slide the cover here to the side. I did remove one of the connectors since this is a shorter cable.
All right, we're
sausaged back here on the back of the M2. We gotta remove, there are 2 pins inside of the springs. Those need to be removed, the spring itself as well. Once you do that, we should be able to take the armrest and pull it off. First thing, use a little flat head here so we can push those pins out. Oh my god, that took a lot more force than I thought it would take. All right, let's do the other side. Holy shit, this one's hard. There's no way. There's no way.
Don't listen to YouTube videos, kids. There it goes.
Oh, are you kidding me?
YouTube videos are lies, bro. Oh yeah.
10-minute install, guys.
Dang.
But you see how the spring is locked in on that plastic tab there?
Yeah, you have to relieve that.
Yeah. What we'll try to do is...
Oh, you joining the sausage fest, bro?
It's hot in here.
I just wanted to see y'all.
We have no sunroof.
I'm over here like...
It's the only time where a sunroof would be beneficial. I'm like there. Oh, there it is. Bro, what is going on? All right, so I should be able to just slide this out now.
Sweet.
All right, we're getting somewhere, guys. All right, so it is notched here, so it really can only go one way. It goes in there, and we have the other side, goes right there. Oh, there's also a slot here too, so they can really only slide in one way. There we go. Did I? No. Oh, right there. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I guess I didn't mention earlier. It matches the Alcantara on the bucket seats too.
We
And
got the stitching.
And the steering wheel that we're about to install. We like it.
She is complete.
All right, moving on. Oh, disconnect the battery so the airbag doesn't blow up in my face.
It's a smart move, you know.
So first thing I did is actually moved all the seats back because we can do that afterwards, so we have enough room to work on the steering wheel.
Right. For whatever reason, G chassis cars, they don't have a hole on the side of the steering wheel. It's just an indent, so you got to make your own hole.
So very thin, well, kind of thin flathead really helps. But if you push it, it'll release the airbag from this side, and you're literally cutting through the back side of your steering wheel though. That's crazy. You gotta find that spot. Let me see if I can find it here. I found it super easy on the other side.
It can be a little tricky. You're kind of looking for spring tension. You want to get a good hold on that and just steady push. Right, there she goes.
Just sucks that you're like literally putting permanent holes on the back of your steering wheel. So like the E9X cars, they have a slit, but it's not like closed. These are actually puncturing a hole through.
All right, what we got here, Chris?
I was looking at it, it's funny because the connectors on these are a little bit different than prior cars. You still have the little release thing here. Interesting. First time me doing it on a G chassis car, by the way, is I've done these steering wheel upgrades on like plenty of F and E cars. Never a G chassis one, and this one is a little bit different. Oh God. Salami swami, baby.
It's got Loctite on it, you know?
Hey, get your grease off that armrest.
I'm on the side, bro.
Hey. You need a hazmat suit for that shit.
He's just going to put a microfiber towel on top of the armrest. So
Oh, he touched it.
I'm gonna pull the vents and just put some f***ing towels everywhere.
He touched it with his sweat.
and then the wheel just comes.
That got a lot of Loctite, boy. Oh, what did I miss? Okay, there's one more connector here. Now for the fun part, I gotta transfer all the shit over to the steering wheel. Now that the steering wheel was off, it was time to transfer over everything from the stock wheel to the upgraded one. Everything installs the same, and it's easy to do. Just takes a bit of patience. Simply use the factory wheel as reference. Guys, look how beautiful that looks. Absolutely beautiful. And if you get the steering wheel that we sell, there's literally nothing needed. All the holes are already threaded, ready to be put to use. No missing holes. Everything that's on the factory wheel is on here. You just get the sportier and higher quality look. All right, let's center this. Should just slide in, guys. There's literally a notch on there to guide it in. Don't mess up the teeth on your steering wheel.
Dang.
2. Last one is the airbag. All right, I do not want to do this twice. Sometimes, like if you do these, and you install one side and not straight on, it'll get stuck where you can't get the other side to clip on, and you gotta release it again. So I'm trying to just do this once.
Wow. Oh. Dog, we forgot to put the ball.
I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot, bro. Regardless, I gotta take the airbag back off.
I was hoping we could get it from the backside.
No.
I guess we gotta penetrate the holes.
No, it's a brand new hole.
All right, guys. So we got the brand new steering wheel. We totally did not just pull it back out to remove the airbag again.
At least it allows you guys to go to the comment section and talk shit. Because I could have easily edited that part out, but I'm going to leave it on there so you guys can see that I'm a dumbass.
Let's get another satisfying click. Oh. Press feels good, right?
The top, yeah. The bottom is kind of shallow, but
A little short.
I guess only one way to really test out. Put the battery on and see if the horn works correctly.
Dang, dude, we got Alcantara in the M2 now.
Oh, let's go. That looks good. I wouldn't say that's touchy. Maybe it was like that, but I never used the horn, so I have no idea how shallow or how tight it is. All right, so everything works well. I have all the buttons on the steering wheel. Everything's just like factory. You just got a cool looking steering wheel.
Oh, looks good, bro, with the M stick.
Me likey. All right, so here's how the interior of my M2 looked like before the upgrades, and here is what it looks like now. Like the video if you guys enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure to enter the wide body F3335i giveaway. The winner could be you. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.